Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with another episode of The Sound, and I hope you're ready for a great show because, damn it, Kevin has it lined up for you tonight. Kevin, who do we have in the shoot for tonight?
So first, we're going to have Sons on Fire, who will be in town next week. They'll be in Chalmette. They'll be in Pascagoula. We'll be talking with them about those two shows, followed by Crashing Atlas, a band out of Maryland. We're playing the song called The Only Ones. And then after that, we have Cavo. You may remember them, 2009, 2010. They had a song called Champagne. They got a new song out called Cynical. We're going to chat with them. And then we have a very special guest. Anybody who's a fan of the sound knows how much Jared and I love these people. Well, these people are going to be on the show at the end of the hour or at the end of the show.
You know, if you were a patron of the Summer Throwdown, you may possibly know what we're talking about. I don't know, right. Maybe not. And we're also going to go over last Thursday, September the 30th. We had a show at the Cannery over in Wool Market, man. It was amazing. We had Love the Hate opened up the show out of Mobile, and the headliner was, I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? That's called merch that we bought at the show. Blacktop Mojo. Kevin's got the hat. I got the hat. Let's just say it was a badass show. We're going to talk about it. Don't go anywhere. If you can, right out of the gate, drop that exclamation point notify. That way you know when we go live. If you enjoy what we're doing, be sure to hit that share button, that like button, and jump in the comment section because whether you know it or not, you're watching The Sound. Oh yes. That's such a great intro.
What up, Matt? Matt James up in the comments.
Matt, what's going on, sir? We're gonna flash that across the screen. Matt with the UK update. Matt, drop that link or that picture again in the comments that you have of your logo with the sound and the British flag, bro. I was digging that shit. That was awesome.
Yeah, they will. Our next episode will be Monday night, October 18th, and Matt and Lisa will be together in the UK. And we will be talking to them, and we'll be getting Lisa's United States version of the UK lowdown.
Oh, nice, nice. So we have a mold that has infiltrated the country and can report back. And then we've also flipped one of their own citizens too. So I love that.
Yes.
But no, let's start out, Kevin, if we can, before we get into the grudge match too much. Let's get that Blacktop Mojo recap real quick. Love the Hate opened up the show the other night. Those guys put on a great show, just like they always do, man. Solid Ground, you know, the latest single that they got, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. If you haven't heard of those guys, you're really missing out. What did you think of them just starting right out the gate?
I love the Hate, man. I've always love the Hate, regardless. Correct. So them opening up the show, they fit really well with Blacktop Mojo. So I think the whole show with them kicking it off was just fantastic, and they did a bang up job. So yeah, if you get a chance to see them live, it'll be well worth the effort to go see them.
That's right. They're out of Mobile, so if you're over there, go check them out. What's up, Steve? What's up, Michelle?
Twitch.
Yeah. They opened up the show and set the tone, like I said in the blog post, set the tone for the night. But a band that we've been looking to book for a while now, Kevin and I been talking about them, had them on the show before, had the opportunity to get him in. Blacktop Mojo came in, played in Wool Market, and just absolutely crushed it. Had people driving from Louisiana, Chalmette area, hour and a half, hour and 40, whatever it is away to come see those guys, and they did not disappoint. Do you agree, Kevin? Do you agree?
I do agree. And, you know, it was funny because I really liked the single that we play, Wicked Woman. And sitting at the table taking tickets and everything, I didn't expect for him to kick the show off with that. And I was like, damn it.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. I'm with you. I thought that was the end of the show kind of song, but no, punch him in the face right out of the gate. That's a great way to do it. Triple part harmonies, shredding leads, and then the bass player takes off, and he was holding down the low end all night long. Takes off the bass, singer puts the bass on, plays that, and then the bass player rips a solo that most guitar players can't. So, dude, it was awesome. Joe, what's up in the comments? You know how we open the show? We always start out with the grudge match. We have a band that's trying to take the Hall of Fame status. Kevin, am I right?
You are absolutely correct. The band Reddstar, they're going for their third win tonight. And it's going to be interesting because we put them up. You know, I put them up against a band that not a lot of people have heard of, that I think of. But they actually are going to be playing in the area October 14th, next Thursday night. They'll be playing the Celtic, and they're part of the Blind Anxiety Entertainment team. It's a band called Once Around. So it's going to be interesting. Once Around, it's a really good tune. It's called December, and they're going to be taking on Reddstar. And Dustin, for some reason, didn't send us anything this time. So
he's an ass. He's an asshole.
So we don't have it. But we'll just get it started. And, of course, it's being brought to you by our good friends at the Juke Joint, 1911 Government Street in Ocean Springs. And, of course, they've got Magnolia Bayou coming up October 22nd. Do you want to throw that commercial in right now? And
yeah. Hold on,
let me
pull it up. Absolutely. We really appreciate Guido and everybody over at the Juke Joint, man. They're also out there like just pushing original music as best they can, getting people out. Always cater to bands, cater to live music, cater to original music, and I don't know, man. We appreciate it, and they sponsor the show, and that's big for us. So let's run this commercial real quick, just to let people know, and then we'll jump into the grudge match.
Friday night, October 22nd, Magnolia Bayou returns to the Juke Joint in downtown Ocean Springs. I'm gonna join the party. Magnolia Bayou's rocking the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs Friday night, October 22nd. Magnolia Bayou with special guest Naked Gypsy Queens. You wanna make me play? You wanna make me scream? You wanna take me down? Magnolia Bayou with Naked Gypsy Queens Friday night, October 22nd at the Juke Joint, downtown Ocean Springs. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 day of show. You can get your advance tickets at msjukejoint.com. Magnolia Bayou with the Naked Gypsy Queens at the Juke Joint, October 22nd.
Man, I don't know who did that commercial, but that sounded professional as hell, man. I don't know who did it, but it was good. That was damn good.
It was a really good job, whoever did it.
Whoever did it. It sounds like maybe they have a background in radio. But look, let's stop talking here. We got people watching the show. Let's jump into it. Kevin, announce the first contender one more time, and let's roll in this video. All
right. So the contender, the band is called Once Around. You can catch them coming up a week from tonight at the Celtic in Pascagoula. Check them out. It is video number 1 on the Grudge Match, being brought to you by our friends at the Juke Joint, and you're watching the sound.
I just have to know, will my blood be replaced? I just have to know, I'm fighting to remedy, but time is a funny thing, it slips away from me. I'm lying to feel complete, but I'm just a human being, trying to believe. What if December never comes? Will forever keep me young? I am wanted on the run. What if December never comes? Will forever keep me young? Time is a funny thing, it slips away from me. I'm lying to feel complete, but I'm just a human being, trying to believe.
All right, I'm digging the vibe. I'm digging the vibe big time. I don't know. That's what this show's all about. I ain't heard of them dudes before. I ain't heard of them before, and it's damn good.
Yeah, the band's called Once Around. If I could get one of our friends, maybe a Matt James or a Lisa, to get the link up in the Facebook page, that'd be great. But yeah, so that's your challenger in the grudge match. The champion going for the Hall of Fame, Reddstar. The song's called STFU. It's going for its third win. As soon as we start, we'll throw the poll up. You'll be able to vote. And like I said, and if you didn't see it, Trench, there it is. There it is. So Trench from the juke joint is in the house. So we once again he hopped in after you thanked him. So we want to thank him again while he's here. So he hears it. But yeah, so thank you to the juke joint for everything they do for us. We appreciate it and all of that kind of good stuff. That's why the grudge match is brought to you by the juke joint. So let's go ahead and roll into the champion, Reddstar. The song is called STFU. We'll throw the poll up, get your votes in. We'll see if they get into the Hall of Fame. And you are watching the sound.
STFU to the ones who choose, who will go say that we got some different views. I would rather be the one just hanging from the noose and to play for a team who will always lose, who can pick sides like a rich man picking ties. But I will cut ties with no bullshit and lies. Who will realize that the eyes close? I just know what I know, what they call that exposed, right? Big, always coming from the bottom, out there causing all the problems. Never understand the shit you do. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about everyone. Ask for it, but they want it none. I'm talking about you. Talking about me. Living life like you're on the run. Still talking, but you're playing dumb. I'm talking about you. Listen up, yo, check it. They got me fucked up like a car wreckage. I don't say what I say just to sell records. I'm just here to keep it jumping like another game of checkers. Easy disrespecting when you don't like, ain't it? But you the motherfucker who has always been tainted. That's why I don't care if we ever get acquainted. I'm the brand new being, you the one who's been faded. Big, always coming from the bottom, out there causing all the problems. Never understand the shit you do. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about everyone. Ask for it, but they want it none. I'm talking about you. Talking about me. Living life like you're on the run. Still talking, but you're playing dumb. I'm talking about you. Why does it gotta come to this? None of it is ever missed. All of them will never make it through. Because it's fake, always coming from the bottom, out there causing all the problems. Never understand the shit you do. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about everyone. Ask for it, but they want it none. I'm talking about you. Talking about me. Living life like you're on the run. Still talking, but you're playing dumb. I'm talking about you.
Oh, that wasn't a breakdown. That was the end of the song, Kevin.
That was the end of the song.
Yeah, Beastie Boys feeling for a bit. Okay, I'll go with that. Eloy, what's up, man? Mark's in the comments. How are you doing tonight, sir? Brent Kreiner, what is up, Brent? In the pit. If you haven't tuned into that or check that out, that's our boy Brent over there doing it. Go. He's got his own Facebook page, man, and he streams on the Sound 228 radio app. Download it now. You can look up here at the top of the screen if you hadn't already checked that out. Brent plays some heavy shit. He's
Yeah,
in
he
the
does.
know. He knows the bands. He knows what's up. He can give you the backstory. Go check him out, man. He's doing cool shit. Mark, yeah, what's up, dude? Doing great. I'm glad to see you doing that. Yes, sir. All right. So that's the videos, Kevin, right? The video
Yep.
number 1, video number 2.
And the polls are up. So you should see it. If you're on Facebook, you'll see the poll. If you're not on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, just put it in the comments, video number 1 or video number 2, which video you like, and we'll tally that up as part of the votes as well. And don't forget, coming up, we're going to be chatting with Sons on Fire. They're trying to get on right now. Crashing Atlas is going to be joining us. Cavo is going to be joining us. At the end of the show, though, it's a surprise guest. So make sure you stick around for the end of the show because, like we said, if you're fans of the sound and you know all of that, so you'll recognize who it is that we're going to be chatting with, and it's some good news coming up. So I'm pretty effing stoked about it.
Hell to the yeah.
So while we're waiting, why don't we talk about some shows that are coming up real quick? Let me roll on over into here real quick. So we do have some shows coming up. So like we were talking about, Sons on Fire is going to be playing the Battlefield Bar, Chalmette, Louisiana, Tuesday night, October 12th. Originally, it was supposed to be Love the Hate that was going to be on those shows, but due to circumstances, Love the Hate can't do either one of them. So Rise the Phoenix has stepped up and taken on both of those shows. So you can see them on Tuesday night, October 12th at the Battlefield Bar, Chalmette, Louisiana. And then the next night, you will be able to see them at the Celtic Irish Pub on Chico Street in Pascagoula with Rise of Phoenix as well. And tickets for both of those shows are actually available on our website. You can purchase them in advance if you're going to go. So you just go to thesound228.com and purchase those. And then, as always, it's getting into that holiday season, and we've got the 4th annual Toys for Tots benefit. Door prizes, live music, food, drinks. It's very simple. Bring an unwrapped gift of $10 value or a $10 donation, and you're in. It's going to be at the Poorhouse Bar and Grill, Highway 49 in Gulfport. I don't have all the bands yet, but apparently they're putting together one killer kick-ass lineup for all of that. And I see Bill has hopped into the backstage area. I don't see him yet, but I see that his name is there.
The connection isn't happening just as of yet. So I do want to say one thing though, while we're waiting on him, man. All you people that are out there watching right now, you can be a part of the conversation. Just in the comment section, if there's a band out there that you know of, local, national, regional, worldwide, global, doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter the genre. Drop a link to that band in the comment section below, and that way all the rest of us can see and check them out, especially if it's a Spotify link. It's easy to check, like click that link and give them a listen. Use the comment section down here as a forum to spread the love when it comes to new music. I know Matt James is sitting on a few European bands. I say sitting on, I mean, he's shared them before, but they're phenomenal. I mean, they're doing some killer stuff over there in the UK. Geez, I'll be here all night. Yes, sir. And you should be. You know, that the music is out there. That's the reason we started this show. That's the whole mission statement of this show. Doing is very rad. Okay, so Mark's got one. He's sitting on. See, I know all you music junkies out there are sitting on at least one band that we all need to hear about, that we all need to know about. So throw it in the comments if you can do it the right way and put a link down there. That'll help everybody out. So it's just one click. You know, people nowadays are lazy as hell. One click, send us to their YouTube page or their video on YouTube or their Facebook page or whatever. But you know, or I should say not Facebook, but Spotify would be even better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody sent me something that we would probably need to add to the show here in just a little bit. So
okay.
I gotta open up our Google Drive and throw it up in there for you again. So
okay. Well, Bill seems to be waiting backstage.
He may be audio only because you know they're getting ready to do a show tonight, I believe. So let's bring him in and see.
Okay, let's try it. Here we go. Bill, what's up, man? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. There you are. Okay. All right. It wasn't audio only. He's just he's in a dark car or room.
He's walking around outside.
Yeah.
So, Bill, what's going on, man? How's the tour going?
Uh-oh. Looks like we lost him.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you do a live internet show, sometimes this is a chance that you take. Okay, looks like we got who we got here behind the scenes here, Kevin?
This looks like it is going to be part of. Let me see.
Bill's back.
Let's
try it again. Bill, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Yes.
Man, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
I'm trying to
Are you
get
there?
a better coverage area.
Okay.
Oh, just give me 1 sec. I'll probably be in a better coverage area here in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
We got.
Well, you're live right now too, so don't talk shit about
No, I
Kevin
got
because
you.
everybody on the internet will know it. Oh, nope, lost him again. All right. Anyway, so listen here. If you haven't already downloaded the Sound 228 app, it's on the Google Play Store. It's in the App Store. Go check it out, man. Kevin and I are. You can listen to the radio station that we've developed for free. It streams to your phone. You can connect it to your car. You can listen to it on the go. Inside of the app, you're connected to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's like a one-stop shop for everything that we're trying to do. Download it, man. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything, and it's really cool. So let's see here. Bill, I think, is trying his damnedest to squeeze every bit of Wi-Fi, internet, 5G out of his phone that he can get. Let's see what we got. Bill. All right. What's up, brother?
You got me now?
I think we do, and we are live. So tell us what the hell happened. You was in the car, and then now you're in the. Where are you at? You home?
I'm actually home. We had to cancel a show last night in Amarillo. So Darren can rest his voice up for this. Can you guys hear me?
You had to cancel the show because why?
Yeah.
Darren's voice, he was having problems with his voice last night, and we got a big show tomorrow with Jackal in Cedar Park. So we figured it'd be best that we not drive those extra hours, let him rest. So he's doing some throat, and took him to urgent care today to check and make sure his voice was good and there's no polyps or nothing. So he's good to go. He's just resting, so we should be good to go for tomorrow.
Okay.
Even better. So what we wanted to talk about was not that we don't care about tomorrow.
Right. Oh, no.
But
we're talking about your guys' stuff.
That's right. So Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, ourselves, Boston Rock Radio, and Crescent City Gumbo have all teamed up a little bit to promote these shows to bring you guys into Battlefield Bar on Tuesday night, and then the Celtic Irish Pub in Pascagoula on Wednesday night. And pretty stoked. Rise the Phoenix is going to be joining you guys. So finally, you guys are going to be in the area. I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, man, it's been like a year and a half in the making. It's crazy to finally be out and doing stuff. And it was cool. I mean, we actually did a fly out show last week, I think it was, to Minnesota with Saving Abel, and they ended up having a family emergency, so they had to bow out. So we ended up kind of co-headlining the thing. It was phenomenal for another radio show out there. And then we did a Duluth, which was cool. Then we flew back, did a couple more days of rehearsals, and then started in San Diego with Bias, which is Dave Silvera from Korn's new band.
Yep.
So played with those dudes, and actually they're on a bunch of shows. We did the first, I think we did San Diego, Phoenix with them, and then we're doing the last 4 or 5 shows, I think, with them, which was cool in San Diego. And then Phoenix was great. St. Angelo was cool last night. Unfortunate about today, but we gotta make sure we're in it for the long haul. And it was, he last night he had a problem. He had some problems. I mean, it was just weird weather and stuff going on, and so we got him checked out today at the doctor, and he's doing voice treatments and throat stuff. And then we got the show tomorrow with Jackal, and then we're on to San Antonio with a bunch of other bands, and then we're heading your way.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. And if you didn't see it earlier, let me pull them back up real quick because so Battlefield Bar is going to be the first one, and you'll be able to see Sons on Fire with Rise to Phoenix. Tickets are $10 for those, and you can get them on our website at thesound228.com. And then after that, the next night, they'll be traveling over to Pascagoula for the Celtic Irish Pub on Chico Street in Pascagoula. Tickets are $10 for that one as well, and you can get those on our website as well as thesound228.com. So
Dude, we've been waiting so long for this, man. I mean, it's just weird to finally be out. I mean, we've talked for the last year and not really doing much of anything and watching everybody out playing and doing things, and then to just finally be out there. I mean, it was pretty surreal. It's almost like you're a kid again, but it was almost like new but old. You know what I mean? It was so weird to be on a stage and doing a sound check, and then people clapping and singing songs, and pretty surreal.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, you know what? I appreciate you hopping on here real quick and talking about how things are going for you guys. Can't wait to see you definitely on Wednesday. Tuesday's going to be a tough drive, but we're going to try to figure it out how I can get there.
Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. It'll be cool either way. Like to seeing you guys in your hometown and get some of that food out there.
Oh, yeah.
And just hang out. So don't kill yourself trying to get over there. It'll be cool either way. And it's cool to play with a bunch of the bands that are all being played on your station. Really love the Hate guys. That song is I really like that song.
Yeah, we just had them live, man. They did a damn good job. So they're doing their thing.
All the bands we got on the bill are all cool. They're all on your show. We're all looking forward to playing with them, and I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. I tell you that, we're gonna have fun
for sure.
Bill, thank you so much. Get some rest, and see you next week.
We'll see you, bud. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, Kevin, where we headed next, bro?
So next, they're sitting backstage are members of Crashing Atlas. So let's go ahead and get them in here, man.
Let's bring them in. We got a crew here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go.
This is the nicest backstage area we've had. I like it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, it was cool. It's clean. The bathrooms are nice, and you can come and go as you please.
Yeah, you can drink what you want. I like it.
That's awesome. It. The cover charge is low. The drinks are adequately priced, and it's a clean facility. So let's start it out like this. If you could take a second here and individually introduce yourself. This is over the internet here, so we kind of gotta do it that way. But tell everybody here that's watching the show tonight who you are and brief intro.
My name's Marina. I am the singer of Crashing Atlas.
I'm Dougie Shytown. I'm the guitar player in Crashing Atlas.
Nice.
My name is Nick Giambruno, and I am also a guitar player in Crashing Atlas.
Love it.
Nice.
So
nice.
Tell us a little bit about Crashing Atlas. How did Crashing Atlas come to be, and kind of take us on the road on where you guys were to where you're at now.
Wow.
It's a long story.
That's loaded. The band
highlights it.
Yeah. The band originally started in 2017, and Nick and I were a part of that back then. And then in 2018, we brought Marina in, and the crazy thing about it is Marina actually was in a band that opened for us at our debut show. And that's how I found her. I saw her on stage kicking ass, and I was like, oh, God, I want her in my band.
And
I totally did. And I'm not even apologetic about it.
Good.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm really not.
No regrets.
It's been a no regrets. Yeah, for sure.
No regrets.
It's been a wild ride ever since, and we've stuck together ever since, and we've been putting single after single out, and finally in June of this year, June 18th, we released our debut record, Black Sky Sunrise. So yeah.
So what was the process of being able to get to that point to release Black Sky Sunrise, as far as recording and writing and all of that? And just so you guys know, we want to go a little in deep with you guys and get some of not just the typical, hey, how'd you get the name? How'd you do that? We want to dig a little bit and find out a little more about you guys. So take us through the process of recording and getting the album ready to come out.
I can take this one. So I guess it started right when the pandemic started. I think we all kind of had to look at each other and say, you know, are we strong enough to make it through what's going on in the world right now? And I think there was a lot of bands that may have looked around and said, you know what, this is just too much to handle. You know, we can't do this. But we were like, you know what, we're going to use this time and we're going to write an album that's really going to define us. And a lot of it started with me and Doug kind of working on instrumental demos as early as March, right when the pandemic started. And every couple nights we'd hop on the phone, hop on a call, and start hashing out song ideas. So that's kind of how the song started. And then Marina, if you want to take it from there.
Yeah, it was crazy because, like Doug said, I joined in 2018, and it really took till 2021 for us to get this full body of work out. And it was just a lot of getting to know each other as artists and getting in sync with each other as musicians, because everything came together really quickly when I first joined. And sometimes it's really hard for bands to, like, for band members to catch up with each other. Like, we all know that we're going to do something good, but we're all like really strong-headed people. We have really like intense visions for what we want to do. Everybody's super passionate about it. And it took, like, I think the world going on pause a little bit for us to be like, let's put the egos aside. Like, let's just take a minute and really sit down and just like give each other the space to make some really cool art. So I'm glad we got to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty a cool outlook. Like you understood, like, the pandemic, you know, in a lot of ways it killed a lot of stuff, but it was an opportunity for a lot of people, and the smart individuals took advantage of it, right? And it sounds like that's kind of what y'all did as well, right?
And I think it made us really miss kind of what we felt like, why we fell in love with music in the first place, you know, going from, you know, having all these potential shows, everything just getting shut down, and us, I guess everyone in the band, we're all just fans of music in general. Like, it hurt just as much not going out to see bands that I enjoy. And it kind of made us kind of take a look in the mirror and say, you know, let's stop, you know, dragging our butts on it, and let's make something, you know.
Well, and another thing too was, like, like Doug said, he picked me from a different band. Like, all of us are musicians. We're in multiple bands. We are participants in a lot of projects, you know? And I think when it came to the pandemic, it was like, we're not getting any shows with any other projects. Like, nothing else is really on the horizon creatively. And I think it just gave us the space to look at what was in front of us and say, hey, we have Crashing Atlas in our life, like this.
Nope, she froze.
That's okay.
Hey,
just standing very still.
It's just the boys.
Yeah. I think what she was saying is that, you know, y'all took advantage of the situation and appreciated what you have. And that's definitely what the pandemic did for not only music, I'm sure everybody in their own individual interests, but it made you appreciate things that you lost, right? And that's what, when it gets taken away, that's what happens. So it's good to see you guys double down. Oh, look, she's jumping back in. It's good to see that it looks like you guys doubled down and became productive. There we go. You're back.
We did it.
And I think that's just kind of the people we are. And I'm extremely thankful to be in a band with some of the most hardworking people I've ever had the privilege to work with. You know, I think we're just not the types of people that when we encounter any kind of hardship or challenge to kind of give up. I know we're kind of like, all right, you know, the world's falling apart. Let's work even harder to like kind of move forward.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think the reason that everybody kind of like came together, it was about like, it all started with a phone call between me and Nick, and just, you know, hey, you want to just write some music just to see where it goes. And I think that
Tiger
just,
thing's
like,
over, we're gonna hop on that call. That's how that.
Right. Yeah. And I think that not seeing each other, and Marina and I, like, I'm a bartender, so I'd be up late at night. I'd come home from work at like 3 a.m. and she'd be up. Marina's a night owl, so she'd be up. I knew that she would be like available to talk. And I think those long nights that we had of conversations just constantly during that time, that's what was the foundation of the record. Even if there wasn't like any like music being written between us at the time, it was just the conversations that started the record.
Absolutely. Matt James in the comments below said, love you guys, only recently discovered you. If y'all don't know who Matt James is, you need to figure him out because he's an internet heavyweight. And if he's on your team, he's somebody you need to know about.
We really appreciate it, Matt. Yeah.
Check Matt out for sure. But Kevin and I have the video queued up here. Let's see. We always ask artists before we play their song, video, especially here, like, tell us something or tell us nothing. Tell us everything or tell us nothing. Like, give us an intro into this song, this video, whatever you want to say.
The song is the only ones. So,
oh nice.
Yeah.
This is of all the songs that have the craziest story. So Doug and I had the instrumental pretty set for a while. When we originally hopped in the studio for it, we were having the hardest trouble coming up with like a chorus tag for it. And so me and Doug were just kind of goofing off and kind of had like a joke melody going around. And our producer, Felix Nieto, who we've worked with for so long, he's like the unofficial extra member of the band, was like, hang on, guys, that's catchy. So it turned into like a joke song, or like chorus, originally evolved into the actual kind of chorus itself. And Marina, if you want to speak more about like the lyrical content,
Dude, it's just like a hilarious song to look back on because, I mean, it's like a meme of a song in our heads because, first of all, like he said, they came up with some really stupid joke ideas for it, and that just turned into a real song. And the whole song was just weird and unexpected and different, and we got freaking Kellen Quinn of Sleeping with Sirens to come and feature on it, and he is just like such an idol to all of us. We just look up to him, and we love Sleeping with Sirens. And the song itself, I would say, is just about like, if I was going to put it in one sentence, it's we're all on the same team here. We're all on the same team. Let's not look at each other like, one person is the enemy or something. We're all on the same team here. We're all human beings.
So I'll tell you how I came across that song. And I've got the story straight. I'm trying to remember everything now. So we have our own fan page as well with the sound, and we have a bunch of admins that help us run this thing. Yeah. And they will occasionally send me stuff. Hey, check it out. And I think they sent me this one, and I listened to it, and I immediately put it onto our radio station to start playing it. And it originally was going to be, we have a show on Wednesday nights that we do called The Ladies Night, where it's just strictly female fronted bands. And we were putting it on there. And then the more I listened to it, I was like, nope. And we just put it into regular rotation into the radio station that we have. By the way, you can download the app. It's right there up at the top, the Sound 228. You can listen to the station on the app and make requests as well. But that's how I found you guys, was our admins hooked it up. It might have been Lisa that put it in there. She said she loved the show with Any Given Sin.
That's awesome.
And I think it was Lisa that probably threw it in there. Hey, check these guys out. They'd probably fit the ladies' night, and I decided to go ahead and just put it into regular rotation.
I remember meeting her at that show. She was awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you won't ever forget her once you meet her. I promise you that.
We love Lisa.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and roll into it, and then we'll come back and finish up our chat with Crashing Atlas. This is the only ones. It's Crashing Atlas, and you are watching The Sound.
Anybody pass me a line, waited out past midnight, hollowing out my mind until it all becomes surreal. Don't wanna play it up in my head, doesn't this feel real yet? Covering up my eyes until the world is standing still. A hypocrite
I'm unmuting everybody. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right.
I think
song.
I had more fun watching Marino backstage than actually watching.
Yeah, I should have threw all of us on the side there.
The song is it's catchy as shit. I can tell you that.
Thank you.
I love it. And to get back to the conversation about Lisa said that you guys actually met Michelle and her son TJ at that show.
Yes.
And Michelle is the host of our Filthy 15, which is our top 15 countdown. So that's how I ended up finding out about you guys, was them being there. So see, it helps to open up for some bands sometimes.
It sure does.
Go see Any Given Sin. They found you guys.
TJ was a fantastic guitar tech. I remember that night.
It was that show, huh?
Yeah.
I remember him being the guitar tech for Any Given Sin. That I saw the pictures and everything. That's awesome.
It wasn't for him, I don't think the show would have happened. He's awesome. I love TJ.
So what's the plans for the rest of 2021 for you guys and going into 2022?
Oh my gosh, so much cool stuff. So much cool stuff. Take it away, Doug.
There is. I mean, we're playing, one-off shows here and there. Actually, we're playing in near Chicago, October 23rd. And it's a headline show for us, which is really, really cool. It's at a place called Decibels. It's in Northwest Indiana. Shout out to those guys over there. They just love us over there, and they always give us the shot, per se. So and then after that, what are we doing this week, Nick? We releasing a cover.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So this
I just read about that, by the way.
Man.
I can't wait.
This has been probably the most ambitious cover we've done, and we decided to do the cover before kind of really looking into how the music works on it. So we're doing a cover of This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas. All of us are huge fans of the movie, and we were thinking, I think it was actually about a month ago, we were like, let's do something cool for Halloween. We're all giant Nightmare Before Christmas songs, Before Christmas fans, and we're like, well, this would be just an awesome tribute to something that means a lot to our lives. So we probably spent the past month, can't remember the last time we've really worked this hard, just trying to get everything together so it can all fall out, during the timeline. That's and I believe we're releasing it next week. Doug, was it what day?
Friday. Yeah, next Friday, the 15th. Yeah.
Friday.
So I'm just gonna throw it up here real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Nice.
That is a good-looking group of ghouls.
That's good stuff. So, how soon can we get you into South Mississippi? That would be, I guess, our next question.
If we leave now, we could be there in like 2 days.
We'll find you a place to take the stage.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the South is a place that we've definitely wanted to explore. We've, we're an East Coast band, been up and down the East Coast.
You guys are from Maryland, correct?
Yeah. Maryland, Virginia area. Yeah. So half us live in Maryland, half us live in Virginia. And then
one time I liked it up there. I really did.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I'm originally from Chicago. So, we have Midwest ties as well. And, we've kind of covered the Midwest. We've done the East Coast, and the South is definitely a place that we want to explore going. So yeah, we'd love to go to Mississippi.
Well, somebody is all I'm gonna say. You know somebody now.
Hell yeah.
We got you. Just whenever you're ready, just let us know, and we'll make it happen somewhere. That's what we do.
Love that. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys get out of here and do your thing. And I can't tell you how much excitement is on this end of it for you guys joining us and sharing a little insight on Crashing Atlas. And I can't wait to see and hear more from you guys. I promise you that.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having us, guys.
Dude.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Love.
Absolutely. Let everybody know where y'all are most active at too. Or is it Facebook? Is that your jam?
Facebook, Instagram. We're hovering on it all day. So, say hi to us. We love saying hi back.
Will do. All right, guys and gals. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
So, Jared, I have something you have to do now, Jared.
Okay.
You need to get on your computer and look in the Google Drive. And I just put another video in there that I need you to download because I'd like to play that here in just a few minutes while we're spending some time. I kind of booked 2 bands for the same time period, so it's going to be fun.
Okay, that's always cool.
But I can fix one of them. I can just tell them join us at 8:45 instead of 8:30. But anyways, when you get that video downloaded, I'd really like to play that. And
Is it in tonight? Is it where? Is it just?
I put it in the drive for tonight's show under the show content.
Yep.
So if you will kindly download that.
Can you say which one, or is this a secret?
It should say KC on it.
Got it. Wait, no, that's a commercial. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting. That's what I'm wanting.
I thought I had that already, but maybe I don't. Let's do it.
No, you don't. You had the Magnolia Bayou commercial, but you didn't have this commercial.
Okay. No worries here. Let's share it then. Just introduce it, Kevin.
So basically what happened is yesterday a tour got announced with Kingdom Collapse and the band Varsity, and our very own Silent Trust is going to be joining them on that tour for like 11 dates up along in Ohio and Tennessee and Georgia and South Carolina and Florida. And one of the shows is going to be at Belux in Biloxi. So we're going to play that. I haven't even seen the commercial. So
okay,
go ahead and play it.
All right, here we go.
The Unbreakable Part 2 tour is coming to Belux Wednesday night, November 17th. The Unbreakable Part 2 tour with Kingdom Collapse. The Unbreakable Part 2 tour with Kingdom Collapse and special guest Varsity. And Silent Trust. The Unbreakable Part 2 tour with Kingdom Collapse, Varsity, Silent Trust, and special guests Blackout the Sun and a cult classic. It all goes down at Belux, 291 Iberville Drive, November 17th. Doors at 6, show at 7. Tickets are only $15. The Unbreakable Part 2 tour with Kingdom Collapse, Varsity, Silent Trust, Blackout the Sun, and a cult classic. All happening November 17th at Belux in Biloxi. Being brought to you by AE Entertainment, Belux, and sponsored by the Sound 228. Yeah,
that's the show you don't want to miss.
That's going to be a good one. That one's going to be a good one, and I'm going to be able to see 2 of those shows. So I'll go.
Yeah.
One of the shows is at Fort Walton Beach, which is actually closer to me than Biloxi, but I will catch the Fort Walton Beach show and the Biloxi show. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So Kingdom Collapse, Silent Trust, Varsity, Blackout the Sun, and a cult classic, which is Marlowe from Party at the Moon Tower, and Scott Anderson from Red Radio Productions, and whatever all the other bands he's a part of.
Both of those are a part of.
The drummer for hire.
Yeah, that's right. Jordan Duran in the comments. Big shout out to him. Check out Jordan Matthew. The Macho Man Jordan. My schedule screwed me. I have all the costume stuff here, and I never was able to do it. But thank you for being you, and I love you. And Kevin does not have a sexy voice. So anyway, Lisa says Crashing Atlas. There you go. She dropped that link in the comments below for you guys. So check that out. Kevin, do we have a video queued up and ready that we could play for these people that are hanging out with us tonight? I know we've still got stay tuned. We still have a couple more. The surprise guest number 1 that's going to talk to us tonight. I think you're going to want to hear about these guys. But what can we do to feed the masses here tonight?
So our next guest is Cavo, and we can actually play their video now.
Let's do it right before they come in. That's cool.
Yeah. So Cavo is supposed to be joining us at 8:30. Back in the day, 2009, 2010, they had a song called Champagne.
Yep.
They did some tours with, I actually saw them with Shinedown and Adelita's Way in New Orleans one night. But they have a new single out. It's called Cynical. We're playing it on the radio station. We're going to go ahead and play the video now.
What radio station?
By the time they're done, they will be with us to chat about all the new stuff that's going on and the difference between radio and music from 2009 to 2021,
which is that's always a great comparison, right? Because these guys have been in the game. I mean, I was trying to explain some stuff to
they
my
were
son
on Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I was trying to explain some stuff to my son the other day, and I was like, "Listen, this was before text messaging," and I could look at him and tell he was like, "I don't," I was like, "What?" He's like, "Look, never mind." So these guys can kind of figure the same thing out. 2009 music, while it did have the internet, is not the same as 2021. We can all agree on that, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
hopefully they'll have some killer insights for us, and for any of you younger up and coming artists, bands.
I want to see you explain a pager to a beeper to Jaden.
He's seen that because I still carry one for work. So anyway,
What?
and I'm not a drug dealer.
You
either,
still have
so.
one for work?
Oh yeah, that's a whole other thing. Let's get into the video here, Kevin.
Show me a line, I'll show you a vein. Open your heart and I'll do the same. Tear it apart and blow it away. We're caught in the eye of a hurricane. The only words you need to find all the dreams we leave behind. Every night the same old masquerade. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. But you're so cynical, cynical. You need to find a way to let go. Show me a line, I'll show you a vein. Open your mind and I'll do the same. All the lies we live at night, always find a way inside. Every night it's the same old masquerade. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. All the dreams we live without, never build a world around. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. But you're so cynical, cynical. You need to find a way to let go, let go. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. All the dreams we live without, never build a world around. The light that leads you on, leads you someday. But you're so cynical, cynical. You need to find a way to let go, just let go, let go.
All right, I'm getting hate in the comment section already out the gate about living in the 90s. Abe,
Yes.
you know, I had hair in the 90s, Abe, so I kind of want to stay there, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Lisa says, hashtag Jared has a pager. That's cool. I'd like to have that hashtag trend on Twitter. That'd be real cool. And Jordan Duran is digging the song. Definitely a killer vibe. Kevin, what do you think? How was you feeling about that?
No, that's one of those, you know, when sometimes when I drive back from Biloxi back to Pensacola, that's one of those songs, you know, you're just trying to mellow out and just kind of enjoy life a little bit. That's one of those songs that I throw in, and I've got a nice little playlist of those type of songs that I just kind of roll with while I'm driving back to let me just kind of relax and get back into the regular life. And that's one of those songs I dig it a whole bunch. So Brian and Andrew are supposed to be joining us from Cavo, the bass player and the drummer. We'll see. I mean, well,
do you have a playlist with like Kenny G or any kind of Michael Bolton?
I do not. I do not. Would you like a little sample of what's on that playlist?
Yeah.
So
I'll be honest right here. I'll say this live on the internet. I am a fan of Lionel Richie.
There you go.
Lionel Richie.
The Pointer Sisters.
That you have a place with that, or you're fans of that?
Well, I don't have a problem with the Pointer Sisters. My dad, so back in the 80s, when my dad, like around 81, 82, 83, you know, Jazzercise was really big at that time. And my mom took part in that. The Pointer Sisters was one of the songs or one of the albums that they always did that to. So I always ended up listening to the Pointer Sisters in the car. So I didn't have a problem with the Pointer Sisters. But no, on that playlist is stuff like Cavo, Stained right here. Trying to think what else is there's actually a couple Nickelback songs, some of their some Pop Evil and Shinedown, Monsters, and Pop Evil's Monster I Made, and 155, things like that. You know, just those what I would say not power ballads, but if you were to put a title on them for 2000s music and going forward, it is that version of the power ballad. So
yeah. I hear you. My youngest loves Monster from Skillet. So
yes.
All right. So listen, we've got Brian backstage. Let's bring Brian in and talk to him here. Brian, what is up, good sir?
What's going on, fellas?
How are you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. I'm playing. My new puppy's climbing underneath my couch. No.
Well, that's good. I mean, you know, a new puppy, that's exciting. How new?
16 weeks. Finn. God darn it. Hold on. I
have to do the same thing with Kevin right before we go live. He does the same shit. He runs around on the on his end of the live stream, and sometimes he takes a poop in the corner, and I have to be like, Kevin, no. Time to get live. You know?
Yeah, hold on. Let me grab him real quick.
Your paint, dude.
Hold on a second. Finn, get out of here. Come on. Come here.
Finn can join the stream. It doesn't matter. Look at that massive wall of amps we got in the background. We need to talk about that.
Right.
Holy shit. I see pedal boards. I see
so this is Finn.
Yeah. Big puppy.
Yes.
It's about 16 weeks. And then my other boxer here is Zoe. And they're both rescues. Zoe we rescued this year. She's about 6 or 7. They don't really know.
Okay.
And Finn here is a puppy who's likes to get involved in everything.
Nice.
Well, we want to say thank you for taking the time tonight to join us.
No worries. Andy was supposed to be here, but I think he might be back. And he's a session guy too down in Nashville. So he might have gotten an opportunity to be in a studio, and you know how musicians are.
Ain't nobody hating on that for sure.
So first of all, I want to say how much old Cavo I love.
Okay.
So I got to see Cavo in New Orleans probably 2009 and with Shinedown.
Was it a headline tour?
No, it was Shinedown and Adelita's Way. So at the time I was working for a rock radio station and we were blasting the shit out of Champagne. So I absolutely love that whole album is just killer for me. But But I want to talk about new stuff now. We just before you joined us, we played the visualizer for Cynical, and
Okay.
wanted to chat and see. We're talking Cavo's first major stuff, 2010, 2009 to 2021. Some new stuff now. What are the big differences in the music industry from that point to now?
I mean, the funny thing is we came out at a time where songs weren't counted for streams. Like they had no idea how they were, like we had a number one, Champagne went number one in the nation, and Bright Nights Dark Days still hasn't gone gold, believe it or not.
Damn.
So because you gotta imagine they didn't start tracking streams until the middle of 2015 towards anything. So when we were getting played out and played all the time was prior to that, so just imagine how many people stole our record or stole the song or what have you. Different. I believe the us and Pop Evil were the last two bands to get the official record deals before they became 360 deals.
Gotcha.
And that's one thing they talked about was us and Pop Evil were the last ones to get a traditional record. Sorry, that's Finn.
No, you're good. You're good. Just make sure he's not damaging anything, and you're good. He can be as noisy as he wants.
He knows better than get involved in my. And I apologize for the messiness. I had a couple of gigs, and so I have all my bases and cases and stuff there. Everything.
No, it looks great. We were commenting on that when you stepped out of the camera there for a second. It looks like you got. I see. What is that? What is that? 212s on the bottom and
412 at the top. Two 15s on the bottom, 410s. Okay. I have
all right.
Two 10 cabs and then two 112 cabs, and that's what I usually jam in my basement with. I different sounds recording here in my small little studio. But I'm still endorsed with Aguilar bass amps, and I have 2 410 cabs in road cases upstairs, and then I have 2 stadium sized rigs, which we used to use when we were out with Daughtry and when we would play with Shinedown and stuff. But we're not playing large venues, so those things have been sitting in my living room for years. But I have a 8 410 cab, or 810 cab. Sorry, not 8 410. 810 cab and a 412 cab in big what they call refrigerator cabinets up in my living room, I should say in the dining room. What's supposed to be a dining room is really my amp staging room, because I have.
Jared, I came unprepared, so keep talking for a minute. I'm going to run and grab something real quick.
Okay, go ahead. You're not a true musician if you've never taken and transformed your dining room or living room into a full-blown band practice, drum set up, some type of room, like where it's just people walk in the house and like, damn, okay, what's going on here? And you're like, look, shut up. This is what I do. It's none of your business, or it is your business. If you're a fan, let's talk about it. But,
right.
So Brian, let's jump back while Kevin is, I think he's doing his hair and makeup again. I think he had some issues there. If you could talk to us a little bit more, because, we deal with, what we call, we are new rock, but we cater towards like the unsigned artists or whatever. But you have a unique perspective, and you touched on it already. 2009, you said, I didn't even know this. 2015 is when they started
counting streams
on an individual song, or period.
On songs, as far as I think it's for every 100 streams, it counts as a sell towards your record or something like that. Some outlandish number. Or it's every 1,000 streams counts as a sale or something. It's something ridiculous. But it's the way it is now. Music is easily accessible. It's easier to get music out there. One of the side bands I'm in is called The Poor, and it has Chad, the old drummer from Cavo. He's back involved, and we put out a record. I guess it was 2017, In the Midst of Lions, The Poor. And, we released it ourselves. It's easy with all the social media to get music out there. Whereas I remember when we got signed with Warner Brothers, we were in the Warner office in 2008, and they were like, there's this crazy thing called Twitter and Instagram. You guys have to set up your account. We just need one of you to do it. And it was Casey. And he's like, you just need to make sure you post something daily. Just say, hey, how's it going? You know, it was like when it was all getting started. And it's funny how, you know, those things change. I think we were really big on MySpace. You know, that was the focus. And then it was
there could be people out here listening right now who don't even know what you just said.
Right?
Right? You know what I mean? It makes me feel old as shit, but it's the truth. It's the truth. The music, you know, the world changed. Not only did the music industry change, but the world changed. And all you little young TikTok stars out there making all this money and shit, like, you don't know. Like, you used to have to go tour. You used to have to go play bars. You used to have to do all this other stuff. And like you're saying, for a little while, the streaming stuff didn't even count. Didn't even add up.
Well, you know, the funny thing is when our song went number one, our A&R rep who from Warner Bros. Came, who is his name was Andy Oliphant. So if you know who Tim Oliphant is, he's an actor that was in Justified and stuff. His brother was our A&R rep.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And he was like, hey, congratulations, you're the first band since Avenged Sevenfold to have that Warner Brothers signed in rock radio that had their first debut single off their debut record go number one. And we were like, oh, that's awesome. And he said, now here's the bad news. Basically said, for every one person who's bought your record, probably 1,000 have stolen it.
Yeah. And that was what the industry was trying to figure it out. So like now,
Napster was still a thing when we were out, when we first got signed. You know, Napster was.
Oh, man, there's young kids watching this right now, and they're just like, they're like looking at Wikipedia. What are they talking about? They're trying to Google shit and figure it out. You know, they don't know what we're saying.
Yeah, we came out at the wrong time. We came out the best time and the wrong time. Like it was
it was a shift. There was a shift going on, right? There was a whole type of
100%. And some of the bands we toured with and started with, like Adelita's Ways, doing fantastic. Hailstorm doing fantastic. I mean, there's some bands who you know didn't get involved in. We were with Warner Brothers, and then the president of the company got fired. We were kind of his pet project, and so the new guy came in, and you know. Then you're like, okay, well, we're screwed. And then you get with another company, a record deal, who completely lied about everything they said they were going to do for us and did hardly anything. And, you know, so, you know, one bad deal, our first deal was great until Tom Wally got let go from Warner Brothers. And then we went to one record deal, our second one with Thick as Thieves. And we were sold this wonderful plan that they had, and they didn't even do 5% of what they said they were going to do, you know. And then you start realizing, oh, this is one of those bad deals that you hear about. We're experiencing something horrible. And then that led us to Bridges, that came out in 2016, and we recorded it ourselves. We did a pledge to fund it. We recorded it with our good friends of ours. I'm really good friends with Matt from Blue October, Matt Noveski. And so he produced the record. We recorded it at his studio, Orb Studios, down in Austin. Had a fantastic time, but we went in and we just said, hey, we're just going to do whatever we want to do. We want it to be different than Bright Nights. We want it different than Thick as Thieves. And I think we've moved more into we're just going to create art. And I think that's what we try to do. So like everything that we are going to be putting out is going to be a little different because we're different people every year, you know. So we're not trying to put out Bright Nights, Dark Days again and again and again. We're not trying to do Thick as Thieves. We're not trying to do Bridges. We're just going to do us. Whatever we write, regardless on how different it is from anything else we've done, it's still us because we created it. And it's actually, you know, really free and open. When we were doing Thick as Thieves, you know, they kept saying, you got to write rock songs. You got to write rock songs. You got to write rock songs. We probably threw away 30 songs that weren't as rocky. And they just like, nope, not heavy enough. Nope, it's not rock enough. It's not rock enough, you know? And we were like, it starts to stunt how you create, because you start writing a song idea and you go, yeah, that's not heavy enough. Let's just do something else, you know? And then you start realizing we're not being true to ourselves. And that was the great thing about Bridges. And it was, I think a lot of people, when they got Bridges, they were like, whoa, this is different than anything else we've ever heard. But I think that was the pendulum swinging hard the other way, because we were forced to create or forced to write a certain way with Thick as Thieves, whereas Champagne was completely an open book. Like, we wrote Let It Go and Champagne in my basement, here in this basement that I'm in, the same week. It was on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Those two songs were written in the same week, and it was just like, here, and when you're told how to write or what you're supposed to write, it does cramp your creativity. And I think that with Bridges, we said we're going to do whatever we want. We don't care.
So would you agree then, though, like, because you already explained it, you were in the middle of it. It was kind of like a bad breakup, right? With the transition that happened with technology bleeding over into the music industry, right? And and you got punched in the face, just say, right, the worst you could have, because like you said, that song Champagne, I mean, it was all over the place, especially down here. Kevin mentioned it, the radio station he was at, it was heavy spin, #1, right? So you go through that, but then now you're on the back end of it. Kind of like the dust has settled, and technology actually kind of democratized everything in a different way that allows artists to have a lot more control over what they write, over how they put it out, and the ownership of the music itself. So while it may have sucked a lot back then, I hope and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's better now, it's different now, but I think there's more freedom. Would you agree?
Yeah, there's definitely more freedom. What I would like to see are more bands out there rather than and there's no offense to guys who create on their computers and stuff, but a lot of these artists are fantastic and phenomenal, but they can't play an instrument. So it's scary and good at the same time. I think that, back in the day where I was growing up, when I was a little kid, I would take my guitar across the street, down the street. I always had it with me. And then when I moved to bass, it was kind of the same thing. I always took it with me. Whereas kids now, they can create something really quick by moving a couple of notes on a computer screen. No,
go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just saying, I think that, I worry that, the artistry is getting hurt a little bit, but in that same notion, people are creating art without being able to play an instrument, which it's still art, so it's like,
nailed it.
It's like you say something and then you see something, you go, okay, but that's really good. It's like, right. You can't say that that's not art. So it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm my parents going, oh, that ruckus, and then you hear some fantastic stuff and you go, that's cool. And then you check out the guy and he did it all on his computer and you go, okay, yep. I take back everything I said. That's awesome. And that's art. And so I think it's like it's like some of our fans, because we're releasing a bunch of new music and it's going to be digital only until the end, and then we're going to put it on a CD and release it. And people are like, how come you don't release CDs? How come you don't release CDs? And it's like, well, it's an old media and it costs a lot of money just to release CDs for a small portion of people who are going to buy it. This is what's new. It's okay to have the old, and we'll get back to that. And I try to think about that with music and people who create it now, because a good friend of mine is a decent guitar player, but this guy can program drums, bass, keyboards, and create these wonderful music beds. And I just go, wow, that's crazy. Because you're not that, you can play, but you're not that good. But the stuff you do, I just go, holy crap. Hey, dude, show me what you do. Like, it's crazy how good he is. And then I find myself going, I'm completely contradicting my thoughts and beliefs, because times are changing, and at this point, just do you.
Right.
Just
look, do you.
A bass, a guitar is nothing more than a set of strings over a piece of wood with some metal frets and some pickups, or an acoustic guitar with none. It's just an instrument of expression. So I get what you're saying. The computer has become that, and that's weird. That's weird and beautiful at the same time, because
you have to embrace the change. And it's like I tell myself all the time, things are changing, and what you thought was what it is not what it always is. Like, you can't tell me that a guy that sits here after, and I just got done saying this, but a guy that sits at his computer and he puts together this music bed with a keyboard, like a typing keyboard, and has more soul than a bunch of guys sitting, and it's just like, holy crap. And it's like, God, I go back and forth like, God, I wish, I could go out and see bands play. I want to see bands play. But then you hear an artist come up with something that's completely cool, and you go, holy shit. Well, if he ever hires a band, hey,
there you go. There you
know what I mean?
There you go. He teams up with a set of guys, and they go out and play the music, and they're upfront about it, and they say, here's how this came about, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. You just kind of you can't be the old people in the room. You kind of just gotta remember to keep your mind open, even though your gut tells you, no, that's not right. And then you gotta think, okay, dude. But yeah, I know what my gut's telling me, but sometimes your gut's wrong. Sometimes you just gotta enter into it with an open mind and go, I just want to experience something cool.
There you go, dude. You nailed it. I had a couple things, but you said it right out the gate. Like, you got it. That's it. So it's a new world we live in. It's a new digital age, and we're all trying to adapt to it. But I really, truly believe in my heart, when it comes to music, there's a lot of negative things about it, but there's also a ton of positives. And you just mentioned one of them, distribution. There's a lot more people in the game now. There's a lot more artists out there who wouldn't have got exposure otherwise. And I think that the internet, I don't want to go so far as to say that always the best rise to the top. We started this show because we feel like a lot of the really, 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 really good stuff isn't getting the attention that it needs. So it's out there. You just got to find it. I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, not all the best music gets the exposure. I mean, there's so many wonderful musicians out there and guys who program stuff that create fantastic music on SoundCloud they don't get the break that some people do, and that's just the nature of the game. And just like it was when we got our deal, like there was so many bands in St. Louis that are just flat out amazing and never got the light of day. One of my favorite bands locally was Brook Royal. And we actually took them on the road with us for a short period. And they never got, but they were phenomenal. I mean,
who were they? Say their name again.
Brook Royal.
Brook Royal.
Brook Royal. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. I knew a band from the New Orleans area called Pandemic. I still to this day can't believe that they didn't do anything. And their drummer actually is in Nothing More, was originally. So, but anyway, so that's killer. So we'll look them up, man. We'll look them up.
Yeah. Brook Royal. Actually, the singer is the guitar player in my other band, The Poor.
Okay.
So, by the way, there's two The Poors. There's a jam band from like North Dakota. And if it's a jam band, that's not The Poor. Our record's called In the Midst of Lions. The Poor, like you're pouring something, but it's in the midst of lions. And that's got Chad, the original Cavo drummer, because he left the band right before the Carnival of Madness tour we went on, and we hired Andy Heron, who we've known for, or I should say Casey and Chris knew him for years. He was in a band called One Lone Car, and he was living in Nashville doing session work and playing with a couple of bands, and so we hired him in.
Awesome, dude. Brian, dude, we appreciate your time tonight. We love what you're doing. We love your music. And
did I answer all your questions? Because I was told you guys had several. So let's. I have nowhere to go. So I'm all yours.
So when I walked off screen, I said I came unprepared. So out in my living room, I have this bookshelf of all my favorite CDs that I can always throw in. And look at that one.
Hell yeah!
Still sitting there on the bookshelf.
That's awesome. Hey, did you ever get the Thickest Thieves? We had an extended EP in that called Sounds of the Hollow, and they had a couple of songs. Very small amount of people got that, but it's if you ever see it anywhere. You know what? Have Allison give me your contact information, and I'll send you guys MP3s of it. Because it's got a couple of songs. We did a songs with James. We did a couple songs with James Michaels from 6 a.m. We recorded it in Nashville with him, and had a wonderful time. It was funny. We went down to go to go write with him when we're writing for Thick as Thieves, and the first night we went and saw Hinder play with him, and then we came back to his place and we just partied and didn't do any writing. Like we were just.
I love it.
That's called pre-production. That's what you were doing. You were getting ready for the ideas that were to come.
Right. So we were down there for like 8 days writing with a bunch of different people. And then so we had to call the label. Back then, the second label we were with was 11-7. And we had to call them and say, hey, we're going to stay another day or two to work with James. And so we wound up writing a couple songs with him, and they made it on this record. But I know you guys wanted to talk about what's coming up next for Cavo. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're doing 3 original EPs and 3 cover EPs. And so we're going to do original, cover, original, cover, original, cover. And we're almost done with the original EP. This is going to be the idea of it is it's kind of like I forgot what you call it, a concept record. Yeah. So it's going to have 3 different kind of chapters, kind of, sort of. That's the plan, at least. So we're going to release it digitally, each one, and then the last one we're going to release it digitally and then offer it as a complete record. And we'll probably press CDs, I think, of this. And it's going to be like a chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, or truths, or whatever, hers, the truth, something like that is the plan. And this is going to be different than Bridges. It's different than Thick as Thieves. It's honestly, 2 songs there are very chili pepperish. We kind of got a little funky with this. We got a song on it where I had my cousin come in. She's in a St. Louis hip hop group, but her and 2 of her friends, they kind of sound like In Vogue. They sing backup for this guy, and I had him come in and sing on one of our songs. So it's got a gospel type thing on the back end. And then we start pre-production for the cover EP, and it's going to be, well, I guess I don't know if I'm supposed to say or not, but it's based on. I'm just gonna say it's going to be an 80s theme. So we're going to do 80s, and then I don't know what the next one's going to be or what the next one's going to be, but you didn't hear me say that.
I like a good cover, man.
No big deal.
So
Brian, we're looking forward to all the new stuff, man. We really are. You gotta, like, when y'all are ready to let it out, please hit us up and let us, send it out through our channels, because we're fans of what y'all are doing, and I can't wait to hear the new stuff for
That's
sure.
Awesome.
Especially with an 80s theme. I'm intrigued with that shit. You didn't say that, and I didn't say that, but I'm intrigued.
Hell yeah. I'd say Allison takes care of all of it, so hit Allison up and say, hey, and I'm gonna send her an email when I get off here and say, hey, make sure you try to get us on there when we release this original EP. I think we were shooting for the first single to be out. It's supposed to be in October, but I don't think it's going to make it because I think we're doing backing vocals in a week or 2, and then it goes to mixing and then mastering and then all the other stuff. So probably won't be till December or January, but you never know.
We'll take it when we can get it.
Hell yeah. And hopefully you'll have us on, and hopefully Andy or Chris or Casey can join next time. And
you are welcome back anytime.
Don't say that. Sure. I'll be here. When's the next show?
The next show's on the 18th. We'll talk to you then.
We got to get you to the coast, to the Gulf Coast. That's the thing.
Yeah. Got to get you guys down here to South Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about the whole touring thing. Casey's got 5 kids. I don't know if you guys know that. The funny story about Casey is when we signed our record deal back in the day, we couldn't do the Rockstar thing and go to a bar and party it up. I actually signed it at his house while he was making formula for his quads.
Nice.
He was literally holding one and signing it.
That's real talk right there. That's real.
I was
talk.
like, he was like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I can't get away. Is it okay if we just you guys could come here, or Joe can come here and I can sign it and you guys can go? And I was like, dude, I don't care. I've been wanting to sign it. This has been my dream since I was a kid. I'll do it in a porta potty. Let's just sign this thing. We're signing a Warner Brothers, dude. Who gives a crap where we do it? So it was funny. We signed over at his house.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you this, Brian. Like I said, you're more than welcome back anytime. I'd love to chat, especially with somebody that's got the insight of the music business that you have, and the knowledge of everything that's gone on throughout the changes and all as it morphed into what it is now. But I do appreciate you sitting down with us tonight and giving us that insight. And I can't wait to hear more stuff from Cavo.
It's coming.
I can't wait.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We appreciate
you. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Take care, guys.
Thanks.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Dude, cool dude. I love what they're doing. I can't wait to hear the new stuff. An 80s theme.
Yes.
80s pop. Oh, wait, he didn't say that. And I didn't say that. So that's going to be killer. Yeah.
But
listen, we've got some. Okay. So we got Kevin. Go ahead.
I don't know quite how I want to do this.
Just do it.
No. Do I want to play the video first?
No.
Or do we want to bring them in first?
Bring them in. They've been patiently waiting. We're not going to make them sit back and wait
so
for the
everybody
video.
who is familiar with the sound and what we did, the very first show we ever did was called the Summer Throwdown.
Number 1.
2019.
That was 40 years ago.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And one of the bands that played that and took the whole place by storm. There's still people talking about their set from that show.
That's true, too. That is true.
They don't play anymore.
That's true, and that sucks.
But guess what? They're doing one final show.
We're going to try to make that's not true. We're going to try to make that not true, but keep on.
And they are on the show to tell us about it. So please welcome members of the Helvetica Effect.
Woo! Let's bring them in.
Bring them in.
All right.
I think Rob might have died. I don't know. Rob, if you can hear me right? Oh, there he is. Okay, he did. Okay, that was like a dramatic entrance. I get it.
Enter studio.
Can you guys hear me pretty good?
And Will's there too. So put Will in.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I got caught up in Rob's beautiful entrance and didn't see Will sitting there.
There we go.
That was me smacking the router to ensure that we were all able to get on this thing at the same time. Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Rob, you got a delay echo. Is there any way you have 2 microphones on by chance? Maybe the headphones.
Technically, I have 3. So
okay, now
you're echoing. All right, let me get out of here. And
Go figure.
Oh, are you playing it somewhere? Yeah, don't go next to any computer that's playing the show or watching the show.
All right.
It's his first live stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's his first time.
Look, everyone gets one.
It's my bad too because my headphones aren't working either.
Yep. So Matt, you got to do it too, man. You got to get away from anything that's playing the show live or turn their cell phone off or whatever. We got to get real intimate here.
Oh, we're intimate. How's that? Is that better?
That's great. All right. So Kevin, go ahead, take the lead, sir. I can feel you chomping at the bit.
So what was it? About a week ago, Rob hit me up and said, "Hey, how much time would you give us if we were coming back for one more show?" I said, "You could have the whole fucking show. We can go hours. We can just talk. We can play music. We can talk about everything." So here we go. We've got everybody here. So break it down for us and give us the big news of what is happening with the Helvetica Effect with one last show.
Well, as you can see, there are 4 of us now.
Yes.
I guess to the screen's left is our very, very old, I say very old, our original bassist, William McClune. Now you guys know us as, you guys know us as a 3-piece with Carmen playing on bass. But the it used to be just the kind of the OG3, me, Will, and Matt. We were approached by our dear friend, Mr. Tommy Siren, to do one more. He's like, I need closure. You know, you guys shut it down, and there was no way to say goodbye. And he was absolutely correct. You know, I left at a very awful time, and then COVID hit. So all things being equal, we never really had that. So Tommy had originally asked, hey, what about doing the OG3 as a 3-piece? And we said, okay, but that kind of leaves Carmen shit out of luck, and Carmen's very much a member of this band, no different than anyone else. So we got to talking, and we got to thinking about what would be the best way to represent one more night of the Helvetica Effect. So essentially, Will's going to take over on bass. Carmen's going to play guitar.
What?
I'm also going to play guitar. So we're going to be a full 4-piece band. I might even drop the guitar for certain songs. Matt will still be on drums and didgeridoos and any other instrument we can throw in front of him. And
Bavarian cheese whistle.
Bavarian cheese whistle. There you go.
All right, I got a lot of questions here.
So this is it. We're coming back for one more.
All right. So before you ask questions, let's play one of the there's 2 videos that I've loaded for.
Damn it! We got to do videos before questions.
So you know what? Here's the deal. There are people that watch this show now that never got a chance to hear the Helvetica Effect.
All right, that's a good point.
Oh Lord.
So sad.
So we've got 2 videos that I want to play, and go ahead and I don't care which one you pick.
I know which one I'm picking.
I know which one you're probably going to pick.
All right. Okay, hold on. I already got it loaded up. You intro the video and say what you think I'm going to pick, and I'm just going to click the button, and we'll see if you get it right.
So this was the first song that I fell in love with them with.
Okay.
Is it Death Becomes Her?
Damn it!
So
I was hoping you'd get it wrong.
So we'll play that video. I had a 50-50 shot. I know what 2 videos I put in there.
Yeah, but you've got 50-50 wrong.
So we're gonna play this one. We're gonna get people familiar with the Helvetica Effect who haven't had a chance to hear the Helvetica Effect. And but go ahead, Jared, and let's roll this thing right now.
Still haunting you.
So
still haunting you? We made it out alright, but I'm afraid you're not alive. Is it too late to save your soul? If death becomes her, death becomes
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen them do it live. They can do it live. I've
I
seen
feel
that
like
song
life has
live.
gotten
That's
back to
not made
normal
up.
hearing that.
What? What'd you say?
I said I feel like life has gotten back to normal hearing that.
That's true because that was pre-pandemic when we heard them. So it does feel good. All right. So now to my questions. Okay. So here we go. So Will, I
All
did
right.
not get to see the band while you were a part of that. So my question is this. So Carmen was on bass while you played at when y'all played our show back in 2019. And you threw I'm not going to cuss on the internet and say fuck. So I'm going to say you threw the F down on the bass. And if you remember, because I do, your bass strap broke during the middle of
Yep.
that set. And my guitar player from my band, Corey Redcap Robertson, tried to unathletically jump onto the stage to save
Yeah.
you. And he ended up smoking the stage like the out of shape, beautiful walrus child that he is. It was a great set, is what I'm trying to say. And I didn't know you could play the guitar. So that was a long-winded way of saying you play the guitar?
Yeah, actually guitar is my first instrument I learned how to play. I didn't start playing bass until Matt reached out to me to play bass for Helvetica. And I was like, actually, yeah, I've never thought about it. And I fucking love playing bass now. I fucking love it. So yeah.
Well, you did a great job, and I would have never guessed that you were not a bass player originally, and so that's awesome. So now
Yeah.
you're jumping back on guitar 2 or number 1 or however hell y'all are going to play that, where y'all are both playing or not playing or whatever. And Will is coming back. Will,
It's going to be very
you
fluid.
throw down on the low end like Carmen does?
Will, go ahead and answer that for him, please.
Go ahead. Will, I don't know. It's a genuine question, sir. Is no offense taken, please. I don't know.
So the full-length album, Come Amongst the Chaos, I actually played all the bass parts on that album. That's actually me on the recordings.
Okay.
Obviously, when the music video came out, I wasn't in the band anymore. But I literally helped with Rob, started the band way back at the very tail end of 2008. So it was me and Rob. Yeah, it was 2008, I believe.
About 40 years ago.
Yes, that's really what it feels like. But it was me, Rob, and then at the time, actually, we did have another guitar player. And then we eventually got Matt on board, and then we lost the guitar player, and then we just kept going as a 3-piece band. Yeah, I've been a bass player for a really long time. There's like 2 different kinds of bass players. There's the guy that stands in the back next to the drummer and doesn't really move a whole lot, and then there's the guy who needs to be up front the entire time, and I'm definitely more in that category. I've never been one to like hide yes, very much so. But I mean, I at least hope that I kind of laid the template for what needed to come after me, if that makes any sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Will's a badass. He's a fucking badass.
okay.
Can I cuss on the show?
You could say whatever
You already
want,
did.
whatever you want.
Yeah, we typically don't say fucking cuss words on the show, so I don't really, do what you need to do. Anyway, I thought Matt was a mime champion, and apparently he was not. He was just frozen on the internet, and now he's back. So, Matt, I know you might have fallen out of the internet.
I have like the worst internet connection.
That's okay. That's okay. It's an internet show, and Kevin and I have had tons of issues even since day one on this show. So don't worry about that. You tell us, like, are you stoked to play another show? Are you, do you want to punch Rob for not having played more shows since the last time we saw you guys? What's the thing?
Well, like, I'm probably the most chill person ever when it comes to most things.
So you want to punch him? Okay, good.
When Rob, dropped the bomb on us, like, hey, the things, it kind of hit me in a weird spot, but like, I always feel like I'm okay with things. And so of course, when it comes back around, just like, hey, we're going to come back together and do things, I'm just like, well, of course. Who didn't see this coming? But I've always been excited about the prospect of like maybe doing one last show or coming back and just jamming on some things. So I feel like this is pretty much like what we've been waiting for a while, and we just need an excuse to do it. So here we are.
Absolutely. And coming from someone who used to be young and who no longer is, I understand like life happens and you can't go out and play every Friday and Saturday night. But is there any chance that you guys like maybe you're not weekend warriors, but like maybe you do 3-4 shows a year, something like that?
It's something we've discussed. We're not going to lie. But as it stands right now, this is the one. This is it.
All right. So it's like Kiss's final reunion tour. I love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin's shirt,
I was trying to keep quiet on this. So February 20th is the date that you guys are playing.
Yes.
So here's my question. Could it possibly be a one last weekend? You knew I was going to do it.
They're pushing pretty hard for this. I'm not going to lie. They're pushing pretty hard.
So here's the question. You guys are already getting together and playing February 20th in Florida.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
We're playing our show February 19th in Mississippi. So anyways, I'll just leave it there. I'll just drop that little shell right there and y'all do with it what you please.
We
are y'all seriously in the same damn place?
In the same damn room.
Oh, geez.
What the hell?
We're not going to talk about logistics with them, Kevin. They were in the same damn place the whole time.
I mean,
you were wondering why we were having a.
And then
because y'all are going up the same damn router.
15 fucking people on my router.
Is Carmen outside the apartment of the house?
We told her to go sit out
are you
back.
in a different bedroom? What the hell?
No, wait, hold on. Will has the same background as Matt had earlier. Will, are you in the same room too?
Damn.
We're playing musical rooms right now. Everybody's just kind of moving around. We're just shuffling the deck here. Really.
One cell phone on.
Are you in the driveway, Carmen?
No, Carmen's still in Atlanta. As far as I'm aware, are you in the driveway, Carmen?
You don't even know.
She froze.
No, I don't. So maybe not. Let's not talk logistics right this second.
Freeze! You made Carmen freeze
because she's on the same router as them. Because she's in the driveway.
She's in the damn driveway. Oh my God!
Good Lord!
No.
All right, so let's get back onto this. So I've got this. So we'll pop it up. So the Helvetica Effect. This is the end. One night only. One final show. Pout Kevin Pout. Sunday, February 20th at the Block in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and it's all part of Rock for a Cure. So, Rob, explain Rock for a Cure, and there's it's Jesus. Oh, God.
No wonder there was an echo earlier.
Turn that mic off.
Yeah, y'all got
We can probably all just like get into it.
All right,
at this point, we can just kind of squeeze in. I mean, I'll be the meat in that sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
Where am I? Okay.
Right. Turn the phone landscape wise. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. It's technology.
Modern technology.
Amazing.
Guys.
Should we be doing another show? No,
I don't know.
We can't even handle our own phones right. So
yeah,
Rock for a Cure.
TikTok would blow you guys' mind.
They really
You and your giant head.
I can't help it.
You guys
All
picked me off.
Yeah,
Hey! I told you to get closer to my router. Anyway,
we Carmen, we figured you were in the driveway.
That's
where we figured you were at.
I'm basically, yeah.
so Rock for a Cure, what it is, it's our annual charity event for the American Cancer Society. This is this actually took a 2-year break. This COVID prevented the last one, but the other one, logistically, it just couldn't work. For whatever reason or another, it just could not happen, also in 2019. So not only are we coming back, but Rock for a Cure is coming back, and it's coming back to the Block in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Now, the Block in Fort Walton is a very, very unique venue if you guys haven't been there. They have 3 separate staging areas in one building. So they have like a karaoke room in one. They have the larger kind of dance hall. It's usually more for country acts, but they let the rock guys take over for a day. And then there's a back room where more rock acts play. So we think this is a big enough deal to be on the big stage this year. Tommy,
If you're paying attention.
Please.
if you're watching. But if not, we'll take our corner in the back room and we'll pack the mother out and we'll pick each other's noses and we'll put on a show you won't believe, like we usually do. And we'll just
I've seen it. I know they're not lying. I've seen
Well,
it.
it doesn't really matter to me whether you guys played the 19th with us or not. But I'm going to be there the 20th to see you guys play.
And that's just it. And we want to bring everyone together. If we're doing one more, let's all get together at one spot. Let's say goodbye or goodbye for now, and let's do it proper. And we'll play until you say stop. We'll pull a Foo Fighters and just won't stop playing until you guys are like, okay, enough.
The power literally shuts off on us.
That's it.
So I'm popping it back up there again. February 20th at the Block, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Ooh. Rock for a Cure. And did y'all get together for that picture, or did you guys?
Funny story about that.
Photoshopped. It's not real.
It's not real. No.
That picture of me is from 2012.
Like I needed everyone against a white background, and I actually used Carmen's picture as an example. Like, guys, just do this. Carmen nailed it, and I would like to put us all together in a photo. So Will did it, I did it, and I ended up using Carmen's because Carmen could get a fresher picture of her, looking.
Her picture's fresh. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
pretty fresh.
Oh, yeah.
But Matt couldn't get one done, and the only picture I found of him against a white background that I could Photoshop was from fucking 2012. And I think
age, so it's fine.
And if I recall correctly, I think Will was doing the 80s pelvic thrust like across the way, and he was just dying. So,
Jesus.
yeah, man.
Well, listen, y'all.
I found a good picture too.
Oh,
no, don't worry about it, guys.
Oh God.
Oh, that's not good for me. Oh, look how good I look with curls.
Oh no.
I do look good with curls. I want to be honest.
You
with
do.
That was pretty.
I do.
Yeah, that was nice.
I do. So listen, honest to God, everybody at that show loved y'all. We loved y'all. It was a great show. We hated to hear that y'all had to, take a time out, but I definitely understand. I know, I get it. We were super stoked when Kevin told me y'all were going to be on the night and y'all are going to play another show. I was pumped. He's pumped. And if it can be more than that, great. If not, we're promoting it tonight. Be there at the last farewell show. But if you ever decide to do anything else, y'all let us know because we're huge fans and we want to promote.
We got another song to play, and then we'll wrap it up.
I'm not wrapping it up. That was just me telling them I love them.
Oh, okay.
But we love you guys too.
Yeah,
you guys were the first people that came to mind when we said, "Hey, we should probably make this a thing."
Somebody has
Well,
to.
dude, that means everything.
So we wanted you guys to be the first to know, and honestly, we couldn't be more excited. We really couldn't. We appreciate you guys and everything you've done for us over the last few years, and all the more reason to again kind of start the the mourning process, as it were.
Yeah.
And
All right. Well, look. Do this. Lead into it for us. Lead into this video. I think you know what it is. I'm pretty sure. Do you know what song this is?
Is it performance or a lyric video?
Lyric video.
Video.
All right. This one's Gods and Monsters.
Yes.
Man.
Yep. Tell us everything or tell us nothing. Go ahead.
May as well tell you everything. So when we wrote this song, this was actually the very first song we wrote when we got together with Carmen. When we decided, hey, we were going to come back the first time. Matt worked out the verse, I worked out the chorus, Carmen worked out the bridge, and it just turned into this kind of wonderful piece. Lyrically, it's about a number of things. It started with being about Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell. At the time, I was really struggling with losing them because they're gods to me. They were my idols as far as vocally, as far as lyrically, and that really started getting me starting to think about my own issues at the time and the things that I needed to work through, which clearly I didn't work out so well, but yeah, there you have it. It's more to that effect. So, and Will's losing feeling in his legs. Sweet pants, by the way.
Thanks.
All right. Well, look, let's jump into the video real quick, and we'll wrap it up when we get back. But here we go. I'm gonna kick it off here right now, and you're watching the sound.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm glad that was close to the end because Facebook was like, if you continue to play this song, we're gonna boot your live video.
Is that what they said?
No
Yeah.
way.
I'm like, we got the fucking band on with us.
Jesus. Oh man, good old Facebook, good old Mark Zuckerberg. He can't keep his servers up. I'm not gonna talk shit, man. He's a billionaire. What the hell do I know? Anyway, listen, that song, that's what I remember. That felt good. It made me feel I don't know. I was ready to get up and dance, you know? That was a great song.
Oh,
We appreciate that, you guys, so much.
yeah.
Listen,
Thank you.
we're so happy to have y'all on here tonight. We would
Jared,
love
you
to
wanna
have
come-
y'all
you wanna
back on
come
the
with me
Mississippi Gulf
February 20th,
Coast.
Jared, you want to come with me February 20th?
I would love to, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, I would. So
Hell yes.
let's make that happen. Let's make a
Bring
party.
everybody with you. Hell yeah.
Love to have it.
Now,
Road trip.
I
You know
gotta say
what?
this.
You know, back in the day when I worked for the radio station, we used to get a bus, and we just take a bus to a show.
Buy me a bus, Kevin.
We should do the Sound
You guys
228
need
bus.
to do that. Yeah.
See if we can find some like Hotard or somebody to sponsor it, and we
Yep.
just take a bus and pile everybody in and go see the Helvetica Effect one last time.
Yes.
J Bob would drive. I know J
Yeah.
Bob would want to go.
Yeah,
Go on and drive,
Lisa just said earlier. I think she's commenting on that photo that you shared, Kevin.
Yeah.
That Blake Suarez to the rescue. I got a whole Blake Suarez. I could do a whole episode on Blake Suarez and me,
Dude, how about Kingdom
There is a whole
Collapse,
episode.
y'all?
Oh man,
Holy crap.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
You want to talk about the band that's blown up?
Yes, y'all
All
played
right.
with them. That was their first show out of San Antonio. That was 2019. I mean, seems like
Yeah.
40 years ago, but that was it.
They're
Nothing
okay.
but love for those boys.
I know.
They're no Helvetica Effect, but they're okay.
Oh,
Jonathan's gonna see that and he's gonna
The
yell at you.
comments are about to be
that band
lit.
You're about to get us canceled.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I just there's certain buttons I probably just pushed that are about to get into the comments.
Oh yeah. You're definitely gonna get
oh
messed
no.
It's all
Well,
good.
listen, we're about to blast through 2 hours here on the live stream, so we appreciate everybody who stuck with us, and we actually still have a bunch of people watching, so that's awesome. The Helvetica Effect, if you have not heard of them, this is the end tour. Flash it back up there, Kevin. I got to read off the damn cue card, man. I ain't smart. This is the end tour. They're like Kiss. Hopefully, they're gonna do about 4 or 5 different last tours, last
wrong
shows.
one.
No, you had it up.
I know.
Darn it, Bobby.
One night only, one
I was-
final show, Sunday, February 20th, 2022. And hopefully about 8 to 10 weeks after that, at the Block in Fort Walton Beach. Go check them out if you haven't already. Don't miss out. It's gonna be a great show. I can already tell you.
So I gotta take it down. Hold on. All right.
Take it down.
No, that was payback for me to make
There you go.
Kingdom Collapse comments. I had to put the Kingdom Collapse show up.
There you go.
So
I missed
now,
out on
eh,
so much.
We're all good friends. Abe, no, Kevin didn't fuck up. Abe.
Oh, Kevin can't handle it. Kevin can't handle it. He can't handle it.
Oh man.
Listen, thank y'all so much for joining in tonight. We really appreciate it. Keep
Yeah,
us
thank
in.
you.
Yes, look, if y'all decide one way or the other on anything else, let us know. Shoot us a message. We're here for you.
You know, we absolutely will. And same goes for you guys. We love you all to death. We can't wait to see y'all in February, and we can't wait to really get out there and give it everything we got for sure.
I know you will too. For
I
sure.
know
Well,
that
if you won't come,
back in the day put on the energy, but like I've seen the live shows when they were playing with Carmen, and I know they brought the energy, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like when all 4 of us are in the same room
Oh
together.
my god, it's gonna be
Yeah.
insane.
It's going to be Armageddon. the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we'll do. I'll say this. I know you guys won't come play February 19th, but if you want to come hang out at our show February 19th before you guys go play that show, you're more than welcome to.
I think that sounds like a date.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Then
Hell
then we'll convince you to do an acoustic in the corner.
Hey,
That's right.
We do
He
those
always
too.
has an
We also
angle.
play bar mitzvahs and birthday parties.
oh Jesus!
We can neither confirm nor deny the acousticness of our song.
The acousticness of the bat mitzvahs.
Right.
There you go.
Acoustic bar mitzvah tour. I like.
Hey, are y'all active on the socials right now? Do y'all still have an account going?
Yeah, all the accounts are still up. They just recently kind of got sparked back to life a week ago.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, thank you.
I wonder who did that.
I asked that because
You have
I've got-
no idea how much. Like, I had people messaging me like, "What is going on with dude? I don't know what's going on with pages. Someone's throwing stuff. I don't know.
I don't have the
It was
password.
easy for
Matt,
me to
I don't have the
maintain.
passwords, Matt.
I'm going to be honest with you. It was easy for me to maintain radio silence. Nobody pays attention to me anyway.
Wah, wah, wah.
Like 8
Yes,
years ago.
yes. Look, I've got some videos I could probably dig up on my phone of y'all playing in Ocean Springs, so I'll share those and tag the Facebooks and the Instagrams.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Yes,
Please do.
yes.
Bring back some memories, please.
All right. Well, look, y'all have a great night. Thanks for stopping
you.
by and chatting with us, and we hope it's not the last.
Yes,
Here's
thank
hoping.
you.
We love you guys.
All right,
Love
y'all
you
have a great
guys.
night.
See y'all
Bye.
later. Bye. All right.
That was a good show, Kevin. I
that
think
was
we're
super
doing
fucking long
a power
episode.
marathon here, but we've
Yeah.
got people watching, so I'm impressed.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget, exclamation point notify. We'll let you know when we go live again. The next show is on the 18th of this month. We will have the band Magnolia Bayou with us. I'm trying to get another band by the name of Madam Mayhem to join us. So we're working on that. And yeah, merch, man. It's all there for you at thesound228.com. We got the shirts. Got a couple hats left. We got some beanies. We got some armbands. We got some pop sockets. Gonna order some new stickers here soon. But there are still some stickers to order. They are on the website. And yeah, and then we'll have the grudge match again. And the winner for the grudge match tonight. And you thought going almost 2.5 hours, I wouldn't remember that.
I think I
But
forgot this time, to be honest with you.
Our winner going into the Hall of Fame is Reddstar. Reddstar won by 2 votes tonight.
Nice.
So we will have
nice.
2 new competitors in the grudge match. We know one is going to be the band Saturate. So
You dropped the beans or spilled the beans. I like it. I like it.
So that's going to be at least one of them. Will be the band Saturate. Not sure who they're going up against yet, but they got some pretty good competition.
We'll send some messages.
Yeah, we'll
figure
light
it
it
out.
up. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us. And Jared apparently wants to say something else.
No, I was just gonna say, text us the sound.
Yeah.
Text the sound to 228-641-1648. Stay up to date with everything that we're doing. We don't spam on that text messaging app. You're gonna get one Autobot reply. Anything after that is either myself or Kevin. We always give out the early access information to anything that we're doing through the text messaging platform. And if you want to do another thing, man, download the app. We've already talked about that tonight. It's on the App Store. It's on Google Play. It's also free. Or hit up the sound228.com. You can join our email newsletter. We don't spam because we're lazy and we have shit to do. You're not going to get a ton of emails from us, only the important stuff. So thank y'all for watching tonight. Kevin.
Peace.
Good night.
Thank you.